Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we're unpacking a truly massive cultural phenomenon, the post-workout pint. We're going to look closely at the exact, really complex physiological chain reaction that kicks off inside our bodies when we throw back a drink right after exercising. It's a genuinely fascinating look at what happens when our lifestyle choices literally collide with our biology.
So let's just address the elephant in the locker room right away. As My Sports Science highlights, athletes are actually more likely than the general population to drink alcohol to excess. We're talking about a culture where an estimated 50 to 65% of athletes engage in hazardous binge drinking as a post-game bonding ritual. It's just a deeply, deeply ingrained part of the sports world.
Section 1. The post-workout pints problem.
Now, I want you to really ponder this contradiction for a second. Why do athletes, people who literally dedicate their lives to health, fitness, and performance, jeopardize their recovery with alcohol? We sweat, we push our absolute physical limits, and then, boom, we head straight to the bar. Let's do a physiological deep dive here to see what that choice actually cost us on a cellular level.
Section 2. Pausing the fat burn.
All right, the very first thing we have to understand is that alcohol is incredibly calorie dense. It packs 7 empty calories per gram. To put that into perspective, pure fat has 9 calories per gram, so it's right up there. A single pint of beer or a large glass of wine can easily set you back 150 to 250 calories, and that's with absolutely zero nutritional value, none.
Now, this brings us to the concept of the biological pause button. You see, because your body can't actually store alcohol, it treats it as a toxin that absolutely must be processed and eliminated immediately. So your liver literally drops everything else it's doing. It completely halts the burning of fat and carbohydrates. This means any calories you're eating with that drink, like, say, a big post-game meal, are basically primed to be stored directly as fat, while your metabolism is busy clearing out the alcohol.
Section 3. Muscle repair and mTOR.
If you've been around fitness science for a minute, you've probably heard of mTOR. It is the central mechanistic target and signaling pathway responsible for stimulating muscle protein synthesis and translation. Think of mTOR like the master biological architect in your body. Its entire job is to repair and build up muscle tissue after intense stimuli, like heavy resistance training or a grueling, high-intensity cycling session.
Let's look at the hard data from a landmark 2014 study by Dr. Evelyn Parr and colleagues. When we look at muscle protein synthesis, or MPS, drinking protein alone after a workout is your optimal baseline. But when athletes consumed alcohol alongside carbohydrates, muscle repair plummeted by a massive 37%. And here's the real kicker. Even if you do everything right by consuming 25 grams of high-quality whey protein right alongside your alcohol, your muscle repair still suffers a 24% drop. The protein only partially rescues your recovery. Crazy, right?
So the absolutely crucial takeaway from that same PLOS One study is this. Alcohol chemically suppresses your anabolic response. You are literally throwing away up to a third of your hard-earned gym gains, all because the alcohol shuts down that vital mTOR pathway.
Section 4. The hormonal gender divide.
Now, alcohol actually affects male and female bodies very, very differently. In men, heavy drinking, which we're defining as 4 or more drinks, can tank testosterone levels by anywhere from 18 to 40%. But in women, alcohol actually triggers an acute, albeit potentially toxic spike in both testosterone and estrogen. Now, while light drinking might not completely ruin performance for female athletes, heavier drinking totally disrupts hormonal metabolism and seriously overtaxes the liver for both sexes.
Section 5. The micronutrient drain.
Based on some fascinating data from the Boulder Medical Center, we know the liver actively drains your bloodstream of critical vitamins just to metabolize that alcohol. We're talking about essential stuff here: B-complex vitamins, vitamin C, magnesium, and zinc. When these drop, what happens? Well, you experience fatigue, depression, insomnia, and weakness. So, you know, the anxiety, the tremors, and that heavy lethargy of a hangover? They aren't just about feeling a bit rough. They are direct, physical symptoms of acute alcohol-induced nutrient deficiency.
And really compounding that nutrient drain is the massive diuretic effect. Get this. For every single 10-gram unit of alcohol consumed, your body is literally forced to excrete 100 milliliters of excess urine. That rapidly, heavily compounds the dehydration you already have from sweating it out on the field or in the gym.
Section 6. The Smart Drinker's Playbook.
So if you do partake, here is your smart harm reduction playbook. Step 1.
Hydrate aggressively with water, and maybe grab some salty snacks to counter that diuretic effect. Step 2. Drink alongside a balanced meal. That slows down the alcohol absorption and helps replenish those drained vitamins we just talked about. And step 3. Keep your intake to just 1 or 2 moderate drinks, and honestly, choose your beverage wisely.
And speaking of choosing wisely, if you are going to drink, science actually points to a moderate glass of red wine as the optimal choice. Why? It's all because of polyphenols, like quercetin, which are found in the fermented grape skins. These plant compounds actually improve blood flow, they raise immunity, and they provide a really great protective cellular effect for your mitochondria. It's kind of the one alcoholic option that offers a biological silver lining.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer and leaves you with a question you really have to ask yourself. Will your next post-workout pint cost you your gains, or will you drink smart? You've got the science of muscle repair, fat storage, and hormones right at your fingertips now. The next time you finish a grueling session and head out with your team, you get to choose exactly how your body recovers. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the physiology of recovery, and keep learning.